Well, navigating the DMV can seem daunting, but it doesn't have to be. There are several new changes in place to limit long wait times and help the public be prepared. DMV Commissioner Wayne Goodwin is here to talk about all of the updates and answer your DMV related questions. So let's start with two DMV license plate agencies that recently closed in the Triad. Go ahead and talk about which locations those are.
We have throughout the year, there's always a couple that close for any number of reasons, and we have Lexington, and then we've got a couple that are closing due to retirements and the like in Eden, and I believe a couple other locations. So just know that if one closes, that there are multiple license plate agencies that are available in every region of the state.
Gotcha. Yeah, we heard about a provision in the state budget that will change when licenses are renewed. Can you elaborate on that just a little bit?
Certainly. Now, the current law says that if you don't have anything strange happen in your life, then you have about an eight year period for your license before renewal. So you don't physically have to go into the office except once every 16 years. You go in person at the first time, and then when you renew, it's online, and you go in person again the time after that. That would be 16 years. Well, it was well-intentioned, but the legislature included in the budget bill a provision that essentially says this. It says that you don't have to renew for 16 years, and when you do renew, you don't have to ever come back in person, and that and other things, and that essentially violates two federal laws. The photograph cannot be any older than 16 years that we have, and that's why we're able to do the current process. And the card we use for security reasons can't be more than 8 years old. So that's a serious concern, because it could lead to further non-compliance. North Carolina may not be able to issue any more real IDs, and it could ultimately, if it's not corrected by the legislature, it could lead to a doubling of the cost of driver licenses, as well as forcing anybody who needs to fly in the country to get a passport, even though they don't currently need one. So there's some concerns there, but I believe that once the legislators realize the error, that they'll correct it.
All right, let's talk about recent changes to appointments.
Sure. Well, appointments, up until earlier this year, you could schedule an appointment. You would be, it might be, 30, 60, 90 days out, and it could schedule any time of the day. And what we discovered is that 25% of the people who were making appointments were no-shows. And it was wreaking havoc on our ability to have a smooth process for working with the other appointments as well as our walk-in customers. So earlier this year, we decided to make all appointments in the morning, and then from 12 o'clock until the end of the day, we handle and service walk-in customers, and that's working much better. There's still some things we need to iron out, but by and large, we are seeing some improvement with having them broken up that way. Appointments in the morning, walk-ins in the afternoon, and we're adding additional hours and opportunities for service online. So we're making some terrific, I believe, modernization, and there's more to come.
Yeah. And is there a way for people to know what the wait time is before they arrive?
Yes, we adopted earlier this year what we call the walk-in wait time tool, and it is an approximation. If you go online to myncdmv.gov and go to the location of a driver license office nearest you, or in the region that you would like to go visit, you click on there, and it'll pop up and tell you what the approximate wait time is for the afternoon. It doesn't apply to the morning, because the mornings are all appointments, but it applies to the afternoon. And the reason I say it's an approximation is because we still, like many other agencies, are having staffing difficulties, and along with the private sector having staffing difficulties. So if we have a full staff, then we can do triage and have a much more accurate walk-in wait time measurement. So use that tool to help you determine if you want to go to the office closest to you, or the one next closest to you, or to wait another day.
Yeah, that's a really neat tool. You know, when it comes to wait times and things of that nature, is there a specific time that you would maybe suggest for folks, or does that kind of depend on the location or lunch times? What would you say?
Yeah, it depends in part on the location. I mean, over the summer, I tell you, I mean, we had our Saturday hours for, for many of our metro areas, including driver license offices in your viewing area, like with Greensboro and Winston-Salem. We had many Saturdays where folks weren't showing up, but they were showing up in droves in Raleigh and Charlotte. So it just really depends. But what I will say is this: don't wait till the last moment. Don't wait till the end of the day, because typically there are already folks that have arrived ahead of you. So I wouldn't arrive after 4 o'clock, because most offices close at 5. They do close at 5 now, but we're looking forward to expanding hours in the near future to go beyond 5 o'clock. So I would say just arrive just before lunch,
Okay.
but don't arrive after 4 o'clock unless you've seen that there's no line there that given day with the walk-in wait time tool.
All right. Well, we'll take a quick break here. We're answering all of your DMV related questions. That number is right there at the bottom of your screen. We'll be right back.